Well, hello. How's everybody doing today? I hope all is well with you and yours. I'm doing okay, guys. I'm doing all right. Um, I was off from work today only because I had to go to MVA and renew my ID because it had expired last month. And y'all know I told y'all I had gotten a new um, internet and phone. I got a new internet carrier and I got a new phone, T-Mobile. I'm with them now. But I didn't realize that when I went to take out my ID and give it to the lady, she was like, well, your ID has expired. And then she said, because I started looking all, like confused. And she said, yeah, it expired in November. I'm like, oh my goodness, how did that get away from me? Because normally I'm on top of this stuff, y'all. But I guess because there's so much going on. And, it's always stuff to take our minds off of. If you let it. But we got to kind of reel that back in and get, you know, things that's kind of needing our immediate attention. We got to bring that back to the forefront of the mind because, sometimes there's so much stuff happening in the world, in your family, friends, and just stuff happening all over the world. You looking at TV, and I try not to even look at the news too much no more, guys, because for one, it's depressing. For two, it's a bunch of lies being told. I'm just convinced now that, those tales that they tell it is just that, tales. So I don't look at all of that stuff like I used to. But, so it expired, so I had to go today. That's why I didn't go to work. I went down there. I didn't know how long I was going to be, and I didn't want to take the chance of, having to, rush. But it turned out pretty good, though, guys. It turned out pretty good because I made an appointment for 12 p.m. I actually got there early. I got there, it was like when I pulled my phone out and looked, it was like 11:05. So I got in line. At first, I didn't know where to go because that was my first time in that building. And so I'm looking around trying to figure out what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to grab a number from somewhere? And if I'm supposed to get a number, where am I supposed to get the number from? So as I kept looking and looking, and I saw that, you know, there were people in a line, and I read over top, um, overhead that it says start here. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'm about to jump in this line. So I jumped in the line. I think it was about, I don't know, maybe about 8 or 9 people in front of me. And this one man, he was in front of me. He jumped out the line, told the man that was in front of him. Now, seeing like he should have been talking to me, but he told the man that was in front of him that like he wanted the man to hold his space, his slot. But you talking to the man that's in front of you. I think you should have been talking to the person who was behind you, because that's who was going to be affected, me. But anyway, guys, let me not digress. So anyway, a guy came up and he says, and he was an employee there, and he says, well, do anybody have an appointment? I didn't see anybody else's hands go up, but mine went up. And so he came over to me and got my information and gave me a booth number. He said, just listen out for this booth number. They should be calling you really soon. And they was ready for me. When I walked over there, I had to first find the booths, because, they got the booths with numbers and letters and all of that, and you got to find out where to... So anyway, and then they made an announcement over the loudspeaker. They called my number, and they said to report to booth 20. And I'm looking around, where's 20? But anyway, I did all of that. That's why I didn't go to work today, guys, because I felt like I was going to probably be there a while, but I was out of there by 11. Now, remember I told you I got there, it was 11:05. My appointment was at 12, but I got out of there, it was like 11:35. I'm like, oh my goodness. And no, if anybody was wondering, did I go to work? Nope, I went straight on back home. That's what I did. I went straight. I pass and go. I'm going straight back home. Shoot, I think they were probably going to let us go early today from the job, even if I had to work, because they normally let us go, like for Thanksgiving, Christmas. They let us go around about 2 o'clock, 2:30. I guess that's their way of saying happy holidays or whatever. I don't know. But anyway, guys, like I said, it's a whole lot happening in the world, and I just wanted to come and just touch bases with a little bit of what I've been hearing on these YouTube streets, and man, oh man, it's a whole lot. Now, the first one it's like I said, it's gonna be brief because I don't have a whole lot. Y'all probably know more about what's going on than because I'm just kind of tuning in to these situations. Well, at least one. The other one, yeah, my finger been on the pulse with that other one. Oh yeah. But anyway, the first one I'm thinking about is, what is his name? Christian Keys. There's a whole lot of noise buzzing around him. Something about he's supposed to had allegedly, and I don't know, guys. I wasn't in the room. That's what I always tell y'all, right? I wasn't in the room, so I don't know. But allegedly, he and y'all can probably tell me if y'all know a little more about it than I do. Please feel free. Drop it all in the comment section. Listen, we can talk about it. But allegedly, he was supposed to have been propositioned, I guess, by a male higher up who he was working with. Now, a lot of people are suspecting that, I'm just going to say it, allegedly Tyler Perry may have been the person who he's referring to, because Christian Keys, he plays on this show with, what's her name, Ava Marcel, I think. Y'all know the girl who won what is it, Next Model or something like that, with Tyra Banks years ago. But I've never seen the show. The show, I think it's called All the Queen's Men or something like that. He was supposed to have been a part of that show or something to that effect. And that's why it's a lot of buzzing going around that, I don't know, allegedly, again, Tyler Perry's supposed to be maybe intertwined in something. I don't know. Y'all might know. I don't know. So I have to say allegedly, guys, because I'm just listening to the buzz that's going all, through the YouTube streets and all. But I don't know. I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to say this, guys, and it's just my opinion. I don't think anybody need to be going nowhere near Hollywood trying to find a job or anything, because I feel like right now, and it's not just right now, I think for years that place has been not so good, especially towards males. And here lately, the so-called black man who tries to get employment through the Hollywood, avenue. I remember earlier today I watched a show. It was an old show from the 70s or 60s. Beverly Hillbillies. And Jethro, y'all know Jethro. The He's the nephew of what is the man's name? Um, I know his real name, but I mean I'm trying to find his the character's name. He played Buddy Epson, but I mean that's his real name, but his what is his Paul or whatever. The girl called him Jed. Jed, that's his name, Jed. So he plays the Lord, I lost my train of thought. So Jethro, he is the nephew of Jed. So, and him and Ellie Mae, they cousins. But anyway, y'all probably know that I seen an episode today, guys, and I seen this episode a many and many times, but uh I really never homed in on it like I was today, because Jethro was in a skirt set, and he had his hair, had a wig on or whatever. They dressed him up looking just like a female. So now it's like that has to be the thing that, especially our brothers, I'm gonna say it, um, want to write a passage if they want to move upward. They have to do something. Y'all seen how Kevin Hart, he came out talking about he'll never wear a dress, he'll never wear a dress. And what he did on SNL, came out in that little purple dress, doing all, with the little wig and all that. So it's like they have to do this thing before they can get that upward mobility going on, before they can go to a higher level as far as, getting more roles, getting more money, becoming that star, mega star, or whatever. Anyway, it's a mess. Holly Weird. I see why they call it Holly Weird, because it's a mess. It's just a mess. Something that probably started out, you know, um, okay in the beginning, is now become from all the tales and talk that I've been hearing over the years, it's just some place that you may not want to send your young man to. You know, I don't know what they're doing to the females, but you may want to, try to talk your young male, your son, your nephew, your brother, whomever. You may want to talk them out of it. You know what I mean? Because I believe all money is not good money. Bible said, what does it profit a man to gain the whole world, but to turn around and lose his soul? Now, can you imagine what that can do to somebody's psyche, their self-esteem, their morale? What that can do? Are you going to force them? If you want to make this $1 million, you better put that dress and that wig on. Half your soul is gone right there. And then ain't no telling what else you got to do to make that $2 million mark. That's the other part of the soul. So your whole soul is just gone. Just poop in a matter of just, a couple of weeks, days, months, years, however long it takes for them to get you in a position where they want you to be. So Christian Keys, back to him, guys. So I don't know what's going on with that story, but he's supposed to have some type of evidence, proof that things had gone down that was kind of like foul. Allegedly, he's supposed to have this information. And again, I don't know how Tyler Perry name started getting kicked around in it, but it did. So I guess, listen, what's done in the dark, guys, it will eventually come to the light. Yes, yes, yes. which brings me to my second, because I'm going to move on from Christian Keys. I wish him well. I wish anybody who's going through anything, I wish you well. But guys, you got to use your gray matter. You can't let money be your guide, because again, all money is not good money. Sometimes we just got to put our trust in Almighty and keep it there. Keep it there. No matter how much money, because sometimes the devil he'll have something on a stick dangling in front of you and making it look so appetizing, so hypnotizing that, yeah, you want this. But we got to understand how Job lost everything, or so he thought. But then in the end, Almighty gave him double for his trouble. So we got to just hold on. We got to just listen. Don't go grabbing at that, whatever that thing is, somebody, waving in your face, trying to entice you. You can't just run and grab at it because you think it's some kind of quick fix. Because Lord have mercy, it can be your worst nightmare. You got to use that gray matter, guys. If something, I go back to what I was taught as a child. If something sounds too good to be true, guys, guess what? See, some of this stuff, some of the simplest stuff still holds so much weight. If you can just remember what you were taught, and prayerfully, a whole lot of people were taught that prayerfully. I don't know. But you just got to hold on, guys, and just know that Almighty, He know what He know all of us are in need of before we even have a chance to ask. But sometimes people want to get rich real quick, and they'll do anything. I understand this system that we living in. We got to have funds to pay whatever, and a whole lot of it that we're paying is, I believe, our God-given right. But see, I ain't gonna talking about that because that's a whole nother story. It's a whole nother video. Okay, so we ain't gonna talk about that right now. But we just got to hold on and trust Almighty and don't put trust in man. Which brings me to this other matter. I'm going to kind of be real quick. I don't want to be too long. Again, guys, what's done in the dark, it never fails. It's going to make its way to the light eventually. Eventually, it will. But there's this thing going around. What is the man's name? T.D. Jakes. See, I don't keep up with him. Can't even call his name good. I don't keep up with him. A whole lot of those television evangelists, I can't do nothing with it. I mean, I tried. I watched Joyce Myers a lot. First, I liked what she was saying. Some of her stories resonated with me. I like what she was saying. But then I started looking, because I was brought up in a Pentecostal church, and some of y'all know how strict a Pentecostal church is. I mean, this, no. The only jewelry that you was allowed to wear if you were married, your wedding ring, or maybe a watch, or if you wanted to, one of them crosses around your neck. But that's pretty much it. But Joyce, she was like decked out. And so that turned me off. But then I tried to overlook that because I wanted to hear what her message was. So I picked it up again. Eventually, make a long story short with her, I just got away altogether, okay? Altogether, because it was just something was just dropped in my spirit. Same thing with Prevlo Dollar. Something dropped in my spirit. I used to look at quite a few of them, But when you get something kind of like that drops in your spirit, and you kind of know that maybe I need to be doing something different. I mean, you'll know it when you know it. You know what I mean? You will know it, you will feel it, and you will be certain of it. So I kind of got away from the TV evangelist. I never was a big watcher of TD Jakes. I really wasn't. Only because what he had been talking about. It just now I don't mean to be disrespectful, guys, to nobody. I really and truly don't. I'm just telling you what my feelings are, what my beliefs are, and my opinions on things. That's all it is, my opinions. But I really never really wanted to hear a whole lot that he had to say. Now, Prevlo Dollar, I wanted to hear what he had to say for whatever reason. I don't even remember now. But I kind of quickly got away from him. But TD Jakes, I never really wanted to hear a lot from him. Now, sometimes I might check him out if somebody say, "Oh, did you hear what TD Jakes was talking about?" So I might go and tune in because somebody brought it to my attention. But it still wasn't enough to hold me, hold my attention. So I didn't really put a whole lot in there. But there's a lot of people who support, you know, and go to his church. A lot of people respect him. He's ordained a bishop, I do believe. I think he stepped down from his church and put his daughter in his stead. But again, I was just never big on TD Jakes. But it's a lot of bees buzzing around that too, around him, because his congregation uh, allegedly is upset because of him going to parties that, I guess being a bishop, I guess the parishioners don't want their pastor or their bishop or whatever being affiliated with, all kinds of freaky parties and things like that. And y'all know there was some pictures being circulated on social media with TD Jakes and what's his name, P Diddy, and how they were, I don't know, P Diddy had his head resting on TD Jake's shoulders, and a lot of people were just upset. And I guess his congregation, because again, I guess maybe they just have a problem with, and I can understand that. I can understand that because you're a pastor and you're saying some do's and don'ts to me, but then you turn around seeming like you're being hypocritical because you're giving me do's and don'ts and you do over here doing all these other questionable things. So, but see, guys, I said all that to say, because I'm going to wrap this up. I feel so bad for his congregation, for those who seems to be pretty disillusioned or hurt or disappointed. But see, guys, listen, one thing for certain, two things for sure. What I know, if you don't expect things from folks, you can't be disappointed, okay? If you put your trust in Almighty, which is where it should be, and not man, I also feel Almighty will never let you down. Man will let you down. Almighty will not. So that's what we need to try. I feel like that's what I need to do, is try to keep my focus where it need to be, and that's on our Creator. I'm talking about the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, because guys, everybody who say God is not necessarily talking about the one and only Creator God, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The God of all of us. You know what I mean? They're not necessarily talking about that God. Because some people make their homes their God, their vehicle their God. Their jobs, their God. I mean, all kinds of names. All kinds of things that they can, or people, we can make it out of a God if we're not careful. We get to idolizing and not really worshiping, but idol. And see, we serve a jealous God, and He don't want nothing to be coming before Him. So we have to, if we can just keep in mind. See, I learned at an early age, like my grandmother used to say, because I know I done shared with y'all, I went to church in the womb. But my grandmother made it clear that this church is a building, okay? We come there to fellowship, but it's a building. So we don't worship the building, okay? Man is just man. We don't worship, we have respect for the pastor, but the pastor is not God, okay? Only one God, only one God. So people got to try to, if they can, not put so much stock in another human being. And that's why if something was to come down the pipe, if you don't have all your eggs in that basket, if you don't have all your hopes and dreams on that one person, they can't let you down. They can't hurt you. But we got to get in that mindset. We can't just sit around and, you do what you want to do. Let me speak for me. I can't just sit around and put my all in all hopes and dreams and things like that onto a man or a woman or anybody. The only person that I'm interested in putting all of my hopes and dreams and my faith in, my faith in the one true God, our Creator. Okay? And like I said, I'm sorry that, this stuff, I don't know what's true, what's not, but I know I've seen the pictures circulating. And I really, like I said, I never really had a whole lot of interest in TD Jakes because something wasn't stirred up. Like I said, at least Prevalo Dollar, he, maybe said a couple of things that piqued my interest. It's just like Joyce Meyer piqued my interest a little bit. But when Almighty pulled me away from that stuff, He pulled me away because we have to have discerning eyes and ears and heart. We have to, guys. I'm not saying see a boogeyman behind every bush, but we have to have some kind of discernment. You know what I mean? And folk will show you who they are. It's up to us to pay attention. It's up to us to pay attention. So I don't know what's going on with TD Jakes and P. Diddy or whatever that. I can't even call these people names. That's how much I don't keep up with them. But what is done in the dark, guys, you better bet it's going to be coming out in the wash, okay? And that's all I come to say, guys. And I feel bad for that parishioner, for that congregation, but we got to open our eyes, guys, and see and understand that we are, in my opinion, living in those last days, and a lot of stuff going to be revealed, guys. A lot of wickedness is going to come from wherever we least expect it to. So we have to put on our discernment. Our eyes have to be open, guys, okay? We have to open our ears. We have to pay attention. We have to pay attention. And because there's a lot of wolves out here in sheep clothing. But all I can say, guys, is what I read in the Word says, not everyone who says, Lord, Lord, is going to make it in. So, that's all I got. That's all I got for that. I'm just going to be, keeping those parishioners in my prayers too, guys, because, I know how it can be, but We have to have our eyes open sooner or later. So maybe this is wake up the way Almighty um, having this this stuff exposed to get some people to open up their eyes. You know, because sometimes people walk around with their eyes wide shut, wide shut. They're open, but they're shut. It's like they can't see because they got scales or something, but their eyes wide open, but they can't see the forest for the trees. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I want to thank y'all for watching the video. I want to thank y'all. Share the video out, guys. Excuse me. Excuse me, guys. I got a little cough. I hope that man on that job ain't get me sick. Came up in there yesterday all sick. I told him, go home. I'm coming up in here with that mess. Go home. He went on home, too. Well, he might not have went home, but he left that job. I was spraying Lysol. So hopefully I didn't catch nothing. But anyway, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I was saying y'all go ahead and share the video. Like the video. Send me some comments. What do y'all think? I know y'all probably, some of y'all probably didn't heard the, you know, the talk about Christian Keys and then this stuff that's going around about T.D. Jakes and P. Diddy and all kind of wacky parties and things like that. And, oh, well, I guess, like I said, in due time, all will be revealed. But listen, guys, y'all stay safe out there, okay? Stay safe, stay safe, stay safe. I can't even talk. Stay safe, guys. Be blessed, okay? Thank you so very much. And welcome to all the new subscribers. Before I forget, welcome. And welcome back to all the older ones, the day ones, okay? I thank y'all for subscribing. Welcome to the channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I appreciate you guys. I really and truly do. And, guys, listen, like I said, this is just my opinion, so don't nobody go chopping my head off. I want you to leave me some comments, but it's just my opinion, okay, guys? And I want to hear what your opinion is. Like I told you before, you entitled to your opinion, I'm entitled to mine, so we can agree to disagree, and it'll be okay. We can still be friends. How about that? Yeah, sound good to me. So anyway, guys, love you and I mean it. Love yourself, love someone else, guys, okay? Tell yourself you love yourself. Tell someone else you love them, guys, okay? And until the next time I see you or you see me or however this stuff's supposed to be, I told y'all I think I done made up some kind of rhyme and it sounds good. That's the only reason why I keep saying it. Oh, Lord, I crack myself up sometimes. It's not even that funny. Okay, guys, I'm going to get on up out of here. Okay, if you haven't subscribed, guys, please think about subscribing. Just hit that subscribe button. It's somewhere. I don't know. Just find it and smash it and just walk away. Thank y'all. Everybody be blessed. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, guys. I love you and I mean it. Take care, everybody. Be blessed. Peace and blessing. Almighty's peace and blessing.